Okay, this is the P1 paper from June 2023. It's question number 8, and as we can see, this is a differentiation question. We're going to be trying to find the equation of a tangent, and then the second part is an integration question. So let's have a look at the first part, part A. It says find the equation of the tangent to the curve y equals quarter x cubed minus 8x to the minus half at the point 412. And it says to leave my answer in that format there. But you should be very used to doing this style of question. So we've got y is equal to a quarter x cubed minus 8x to the minus half. So immediately we can differentiate this. It's in a differentiable form. So dy by dx, remember, multiply by the power and take one off the power. So that's going to give me 3/4 x squared. Same thing again, multiply by the power. So minus 8 times minus a half is going to give me plus 4. Take one off the power, taking one off of minus half will give me minus 3/2. And then we know it's at the point 4,2, or more importantly, we know that x is equal to 4. So if I want to work out my gradient, x is equal to 4. dy by dx is going to be, so just substitute 4 in there then. So 3/4 of 4 squared, 4 lots of 4 to the minus 3/2, and then you can do all of that on the calculator. Works out that dy by dx, which is going to be m, is equal to 25/2. And then we're going to be trying to find the equation of a tangent. So equation of a tangent, the equation of any straight line is y minus y1 is equal to m x minus x1. And here we know all of those three things. x1 was equal to 4, y1 was equal to 12. They told me the coordinate. And m is the gradient at x equals 4. So that's the last value that we just worked out, 25/2. And if I put all those values in, I feel that I'm much less likely now to make a mistake. So I'm going to do y minus 12 is equal to 25/2 x minus 4. And at this stage, multiply everything by 2 to get rid of that fraction. I think that's always the simplest thing to do here. 2y minus 24 is equal to 25 x minus 4. Multiply everything out. So we're going to get 2y minus 24 is equal to 25x minus 100. And then they said they wanted it in the form ax plus b, y plus c equals 0. The other way would have been y equals mx plus c, obviously. But in this case then, 25x, I'll leave the x as positive, minus 2y, and then taking that 24 over is going to give me minus 76 equals 0. So there's the equation of my tangent in the correct format there. That's part A, all done and dusted. Part B then says, curve with the equation y equals fx also passes through, the second part, says f dash x is given by that function. Could we then work out fx? Okay, so completely different question for part B. Now, rather than differentiating this function, we're going to be integrating it. If f dash x is equal to that, can we find fx? So part B, we've got that f dash x now instead is equal to quarter x cubed minus 8x to the minus a half. And again, they've got it in a format that I can integrate straight away. So fx is equal to, I can just integrate this function in a second, x to the minus half. If you're doing it properly, put it in brackets, all with respect to dx there. So now fx is equal to, so this time we're adding 1 onto the power and dividing by the new power. So that's going to be x to the 4 divided by 4, a quarter divided by 4 is going to give me 16th. With the second one, add 1 onto the power, adding 1 onto minus a half is going to make a half. So we'll have 8 divided by half. Now you can do it slowly. I could have done this for the first part if I'd wanted to, but just to show us how our working out leads to, so this is x to the 4 over 16. 8 divided by a half actually works out to be 16, so 16 x to the half plus c. And then what they did tell us, yeah, this still holds for the second part, the 412. So if we know that x equals 4 when y equals 12, let's tell the examiner that. X equals 4, y equals 12, or rather f4 equals 12 is a nicer way of actually writing it using the function notation. So f4 is going to be sticking 4 in, so 4 to the 4 over 16, minus 16 lots of 4 to the half, plus c. All of that works out to be equal to 12. And then just do it nice and slowly, so 4 to the 4, you can do this all in one go or take your time, it's up to you. I've at least done this much for my calculations, worked out that value and worked out that value, 16 and 32 there. So if we get that situation, that means that C works out to be equal to 28, and if C works out to be equal to 28, then my fx is equal to, up here, but now putting the value of C in, so it's x to the 4 over 16 minus 16x to the half, and then plus c, but in other words, plus 28 there. Go back and just check everything in terms of how they wanted everything laid out. It's all done as I wanted to do it. So relatively straightforward differentiation question and integration question. Hopefully that all makes sense to everybody.